Most people think mental health breaks are because of big trauma. That's not true. It breaks quietly. Through small habits, you repeat them every day without noticing. You may think you are fine, but these habits slowly drain your peace, your focus, and your strength. The Stoics warned about this long ago. And if you don't recognize these habits early, they will control your mind before you realize it. Mental health is not destroyed in one moment. It is weakened little by little through daily choices. Stoic philosophy teaches one simple truth. Peace comes from self-control, discipline, and clarity of thought. When these habits enter your life, they weaken that control. They make the mind reactive, restless, and fragile. You may still function, but inside, your mental strength slowly fades. Understanding these habits is not about fear. It is about awareness. Because what you see clearly, you can change. Habit number 1. Chasing what you can't control. Most mental suffering begins with one mistake. Trying to control what was never yours. You worry about what people think. You stress about outcomes you cannot predict. You fight fate, timing, and other people's choices. The Stoics warned that this habit drains the mind faster than anything else, because the mind was never built to carry that burden. Every time you focus on what is outside your control, you lose power over what is inside. Your thoughts scatter. Your emotions become unstable. Peace disappears. Stoicism teaches a sharp line. Some things are up to you. Most things are not. Your actions, your effort, your character, these belong to you. Other people's opinions, results, and circumstances do not. When you confuse this line, anxiety becomes your daily companion. Mental strength begins the moment you stop chasing control where none exists. The mind becomes calm when it stands where it belongs. Habit number 2, living in the past. The past has a strange power. It feels alive, even though it is already dead. Many people replay old mistakes like a broken record. They relive embarrassing moments. They carry guilt for words already spoken. They punish themselves for decisions that cannot be undone. This habit traps the mind in a place it can never escape. Stoics believed the past has only one purpose: to teach, nothing more. When you live there, you reopen wounds that should have healed. The mind grows heavy. Energy fades. Confidence weakens. You begin to define yourself by what no longer exists. That is emotional exhaustion. The past cannot be fixed, but it can be released. Stoic discipline teaches acceptance, not denial. Learn the lesson, then step forward. A mind stuck in yesterday cannot be strong today. Freedom begins when you stop arguing with what has already happened. Habit number 3. Imagining worst-case futures. Most fear is not real. It hasn't happened. It may never happen. Yet the mind suffers as if it already did. People imagine loss, failure, illness, rejection. They rehearse pain in advance. This is how anxiety is created. The Stoics warned against this habit strongly. They understood that the mind can torture itself without any external enemy. When you constantly imagine the worst, you train your brain to expect danger everywhere. Peace becomes impossible. Sleep becomes lighter. Your body reacts to thoughts as if they are facts. But the future is uncertain by nature. Punishing yourself for an imagined tomorrow is wasted suffering. Stoicism teaches preparation, not panic. If a challenge comes, you will face it then. Not now. Not 1,000 times in your head. Mental strength grows when you stop feeding fear with imagination. The calm mind lives in the present, not in fictional disasters. Habit number 4. Seeking validation from others. The moment your self-worth depends on others, your peace is gone. Many people live for approval, likes, praise, acceptance. They adjust their behavior to be liked. They silence their truth to avoid judgment. This habit slowly destroys confidence, because approval is unstable. It changes with mood, trends, and opinions. Stoics believe that strength comes from within, not from applause. When your value depends on others, you become mentally fragile. One negative comment can ruin your day. One rejection can shake your identity. That is not freedom. That is dependency. Inner stability comes from living according to your values, not external reactions. Stoic wisdom teaches self-respect over popularity. When you stop asking others to validate your existence, your mind becomes grounded. Calm replaces anxiety. Confidence becomes quiet, not loud. True mental health begins when approval is optional, not necessary. Habit number 5. Complaining instead of acting. Complaining feels harmless, but it is one of the most dangerous habits for the mind. Every complaint sends a message to your brain. You are powerless. Over time, the brain starts to believe it. People complain about their job, their life, their situation, but they do nothing to change it. This creates mental weakness. Stoics rejected this habit completely. They believed in responsibility over excuses. If something can be changed, act. If it cannot, accept. Complaining does neither. It keeps you stuck. It trains helplessness. The mind becomes passive and bitter. Mental strength grows through action, not noise. Even small action restores control. Silence your complaints. Replace them with effort. The disciplined mind does not waste energy on words that solve nothing. It moves, and movement builds strength. Habit number 6, avoiding discomfort. Comfort feels safe, but it slowly weakens the mind. When you avoid discomfort, you avoid growth. You escape hard conversations. You delay difficult tasks. You choose ease over effort. The Stoics believe this habit makes the mind soft and fearful. Mental resilience is built through resistance, not convenience. Voluntary discomfort was a Stoic practice, doing hard things on purpose, training the mind to endure. Without discomfort, even small challenges feel overwhelming. Stress tolerance drops. Confidence fades. Life begins to feel heavy. But discomfort is not the enemy. Avoidance is. When you face difficulty willingly, the mind learns strength. Calm increases. Fear shrinks. Stoic discipline teaches that temporary discomfort protects long-term peace. A strong mind is trained, not pampered. Habit number 7. Reacting emotionally to everything. Emotional reactions feel automatic, but they are learned. Anger, offense, impatience. These reactions steal peace instantly. Many people live in constant reaction mode. Every word triggers them. Every event controls their mood. Stoics warned that this habit gives your power away. When emotions rule, reason disappears. The mind becomes unstable, exhausted. Stoic wisdom teaches response over reaction. Pause before emotion takes control. Not everything deserves your energy. Not every insult needs an answer. Calm is strength. Control is freedom. When you master your response, you protect your mental health. A disciplined mind chooses when to engage. This is not suppression. It is mastery. And mastery is the highest Stoic power. These habits do not destroy mental health overnight. They work slowly, silently, daily. Most people never notice until peace is gone. Stoic philosophy reminds us that awareness is the first defense. You cannot change what you do not see. Mental strength is not about avoiding life. It is about mastering your inner world. Control your focus. Discipline your thoughts. Protect your peace. Because true power is not found outside. It is built within the mind that refuses to be ruled by destructive habits. Take a moment to reflect. Which of these habits felt familiar? Awareness is the first step toward control. If this message helped you think more clearly, consider subscribing. This channel is about calm thinking, inner strength, and timeless wisdom for the modern mind. No noise, no pressure, just ideas that help you live with more clarity and peace.